post-holiday returns. Millions of Americans across the U.S. are contemplating whether or not to send their unwanted Christmas gifts back to the store. But with the National Retail Federation reporting that returns nearly doubled during the pandemic, some policies have gotten a little less generous than we've seen in the past few years. Let's bring in Chief Retail Analyst at Doneger TOBE and H2 Research, Hitha Herzog, to break it all down. Hitha, thanks so much for being here. So more than 20% of returns happened during the holiday season. That's a lot. That equals about $60 billion in merchandise. So are this year's returns looking as daunting as anticipated?
As daunting, but also I think people are getting more adept at returning. So according to Oracle, about 54% of people are going to be doing their returns within this week, with 29% of them doing it online. So part of the reason why is because online retailers have this digital safety net. This is according to Data Catalyst Institute. It has become much, much easier for people to do returns online because during the pandemic, these small businesses were very nimble. They got their digital process in order, and now that is just being carried over to today when we're seeing all of these weather delays and sadly what is happening in Buffalo and across the country. It's just becoming easier now for people to just return their items because that safety net is there.
All right. Well, I like that it's easier to return, that's for sure. But how can we all make sure we're getting the most out of a store's return policy?
Well, there are a couple things that everyone should adhere to, and I tell everyone, from my friends to my mom, the first thing you should do when you get a receipt is take a picture of it. So have a digital copy, because I don't know about you, my handbag is a complete mess. I have toddler twins, everything is in there. So take a picture of that receipt because you're going to want to, have it just as a backup. Also, you want to make sure that you're going to return items at the earlier part of the day. People are nicer. I think people just tend to be a little bit more helpful and not so, just dealing with people, it becomes a little overwhelming. So earlier during the day, there are also less crowds during the day, earlier during the day, I should say. And then this is very crucial. You want to make sure that you're checking the return policy. Now, if we did this hit 3 days ago, I would have said when you're out there buying, make sure you're checking those return policies. But this is crucial. They change from store to store. So maybe, during the summertime, you had about 2 weeks to return. Sometimes retailers extend that. Sometimes retailers don't. So you want to make sure that you're checking that. And lastly, this is super important. There are things like restocking fees that the technology retailers tend to apply. Best Buy, for example, they assign a $25 to $50 restocking fee to their merchandise. So now other retailers are starting to do the same thing. So make sure you know whether or not that retailer is going to charge a restocking fee. And then one more, always negotiate. You can be totally fine with negotiating. We don't really do that much in this country, but retailers, especially if they're trying to get rid of that merchandise, maybe you don't have the tag on your item, but maybe they're willing to give you store credit if you're just nice and negotiate.
That is so true. I do that. I've done that successfully, and I do that hack where I take a picture of my receipt. So I'm happy that you mentioned that, Hitha. What about regifting, though? I mean, is that sometimes a better option compared to actually going back to the store and going through the whole return process?
It's certainly more environmentally friendly, and I'm not opposed to regifting. The issue with regifting is that you have to make sure that you are giving a gift to someone that they actually could use that item. So I don't know how many people are sitting here watching this hit in my building, but a lot of our neighbors give each other wine, and we're not really wine drinkers. So I'm happy to give that to another neighbor.
All right. That's all good. It's all good. What about shopping after the holidays, though? Any good deals that we should be looking out for?
We're definitely seeing a lot of good deals out there. And part of the reason why is because those retailers want to get rid of the items on their shelves, right? No one wants to have inventory from 2022 on their shelves in 2023. So obviously cold weather items, sweaters, clothing, boots, that could be discounted up to 70% off. And then we're also seeing a lot of discounts. I just mentioned Best Buy, but at other electronic stores, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the Consumer Electronics Electronics Expo, the show in Las Vegas is happening in January. And that is important because all the new electronics are going to be coming out then. So these electronic retailers, the people that are selling TVs, laptops, they're going to be discounting those now so that they get the new inventory in for the beginning of 2023.
Yep, if you still have it in you to go to the store and find the deals, more power to you. Hitha Herzog, thanks so much. We appreciate your time.
Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.